Alright, I'm going to show you something that I think will make pulling handles a little easier. I think I already made a handle pulling video, but I don't remember that I said this part. So, okay, so first of all, I like to put handles on the mugs when these are still a little bit wet, so when I squeeze it, it moves a tiny bit. I wish it didn't, but I'm in a rush, so not too much of a rush to make a video, but too much of a rush to wait for all these, whatever, 30 mugs to get dry. They're just wet. So here we go. So I scratch where I want to attach my handle. I only scratch on the top. I just attach it on the bottom. If you use porcelain, you might have to scratch it on the bottom, but stoneware clay is just smush it right in there. Okay, and then I have my handle. Okay. This is the part I want to show you. First of all, you find kind of a handle that has a nice weight for the mug. And then I scrunch it in, attach it. This isn't the part that I want to tell you, but you can listen. And I kind of weld it on with my finger. So I don't need any water at this stage. I don't need to use my sponge yet because I'm going to be touching it. I can do that at the end if it needs it. Okay, so here we go. This is what I want to show you. Ta-da! So the way that I'm going to hold this, my knuckles are inside, and if your mug is still a little bit soft, you'll get like, if you put your hand in and you let your hand be kind of the shape of the mug, then you get like little knuckle points on here. So anyway, today I've been experimenting with using a little bit more of my fingertips down at the bottom of the mug, kind of more like that, so I don't get those things, because these are all really wet. So now the thing is that when I pull the handle, eventually I'm going to want a handle that kind of goes like that, like a C shape, right? So, but gravity's going to take it down a little bit, and this is a really kind of soft clay. So what I want to do is pull it, see if you can see this. Don't over soak it, right? Don't overdo the water. And pull it at a little bit of an angle like this, right? So then at first, there's going to be, the C is going to go up a little bit, but then when I tip it down and sit it down, and over time as it's drying, it'll settle a little bit. So just a slight angle helps, and then you're kind of partway there already. So, let's see. I can just about see it. Ugh, dry hand. Okay. Bag of clay. Oh boy. Well, anyway. Here we go. You can see that. Okay. So I just wet my hands down and pull. I have other videos on pulling, so you can look on YouTube or whatever and find those if you want. Okay. At least I think I do. Tell me if I don't. So now see, the handle's going straight down from a little tilt. I'm going to grab the bottom. It's not long enough yet. Okay. Oops. Couple more. See, now it's getting really wet. Flimsy. Attach it at the bottom. Check for the line. Flip it over so the handle's going straight up and down. And attach it my way, however you attach yours. I just do a little fold over here. Here's where I use my sponge finally. So I don't know if you noticed, but I'm barely, I don't touch it very much. I'm not messing with it. I'm not touching the handle. And even on this part, I just kind of get it there and then be done. Now it's in that little bit of a C. And then I can just, if I want it to go down, right, I want it to go down a little bit. I can just gently press it on the top or just give it a little space on the bottom. And because I'm right-handed, it usually has a little bit of a twist, so I can kind of fix that now too, if I feel like it, or I can let it be a little twisted. This one's quite twisted. Anyway, that's generally the idea. So a little bit of an angle, and then when you attach the handle, it'll naturally settle, and then I went ahead and did this too much actually, so I'm going to sit mine upside down. So here's something else I get to show you. So if my handle starts to sag, then it's not that big of a deal actually. So then all of a sudden, I put it upside down and I just let it sit like this. I sit it on the edge of the table, so if it sinks too much, it won't touch the table. And then in a couple minutes, I'll pick it up and it'll be stiff, and then I can kind of guide it back down to where I want it to be. So there was a little extra tip. You never know what's going to happen.